The main issue here is simple. First, why would you go into someone else's home and confront them like that? And second, do you really think it's okay to put your hands on someone while they're on their own property, on their own deck? As I said before, I wasn't thinking clearly. On September 27th, officers were dispatched to a quiet suburban neighborhood after a hostile neighbor unlawfully entered another resident's property and forcefully grabbed her arm when she didn't get her way. Actually, let me talk to you for a second. Can you come over here? They won't allow me to. Ma'am, come here. Hold on, we need to speak with you. You can't just walk away. Come here. Ma'am, I'm talking to you. Please come here. I'm telling you, just stay here for a moment, okay? Can you explain what's going on? Why are we here? Because they're provoking me. What does that mean? What do you mean by provoking? They're trying to make me look like the bad person. Listen, I'm talking to you right now, and you are not free to leave. You can't walk away while I'm investigating whether a crime took place. Well, I came over here. Yes, and now I'm addressing you here. So let's stay focused. Tell me what happened. Last Sunday, between around 4:30 and 5:30, they were making this incredibly obnoxious noise. As you can see, my deck is right there, very close. Where exactly do you live? I live right there. What number? 56. So you're at 56, and they're over here? A couple 100 feet away, maybe? Something like that. I'm not exactly sure. All right, so what happened Sunday? I went over and told them there are association rules about that kind of noise. They told me I was new and didn't know what I was talking about. Said they'd been there for 30 years and could do whatever they wanted, and they just kept going. Okay, even with my windows closed, I could still hear that machine. And this was all on Sunday? Yes, Sunday evening, right around dinner time. I couldn't even sit outside on my deck. All right, and then it continued all day Monday, even into the evening, around 7, and part of Tuesday as well. On Tuesday, we had a board meeting. I spoke with the president and told him everything. I asked what I should do if this happens again on a Sunday evening. He told me to call the police, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so when they started again Sunday at 5, it felt intentional, like they were trying to aggravate me. I went over to talk to her, but she wouldn't turn it off. Let's slow down. When you say you went over to talk to her, where exactly were you? She was on her deck. And you were where? On the outside near the fence. The main issue here is simple. First, why would you go into someone else's home and confront them like that? And second, do you really think it's okay to put your hands on someone while they're on their own property, on their own deck? As I said before, I wasn't thinking clearly. On September 27th, officers were dispatched to a quiet suburban neighborhood after a hostile neighbor unlawfully entered another resident's property and forcefully grabbed her arm when she didn't get her way. Actually, let me talk to you for a second. Can you come over here? They won't allow me to. Ma'am, come here. Hold on, we need to speak with you. You can't just walk away. Come here. Ma'am, I'm talking to you. Please come here. I'm telling you, just stay here for a moment, okay? Can you explain what's going on? Why are we here? Because they're provoking me. What does that mean? What do you mean by provoking? They're trying to make me look like the bad person. Listen, I'm talking to you right now, and you are not free to leave. You can't walk away while I'm investigating whether a crime took place. Well, I came over here. Yes, and now I'm addressing you here. So let's stay focused. Tell me what happened. Last Sunday, between around 4:30 and 5:30, they were making this incredibly obnoxious noise. As you can see, my deck is right there, very close. Where exactly do you live? I live right there. What number? 56. So you're at 56, and they're over here? A couple 100 feet away, maybe? Something like that. I'm not exactly sure. All right, so what happened Sunday? I went over and told them there are association rules about that kind of noise. They told me I was new and didn't know what I was talking about. Said they'd been there for 30 years and could do whatever they wanted, and they just kept going. Okay, even with my windows closed, I could still hear that machine. And this was all on Sunday? Yes, Sunday evening, right around dinner time. I couldn't even sit outside on my deck. All right. And then it continued all day Monday, even into the evening, around 7, and part of Tuesday as well. On Tuesday, we had a board meeting. I spoke with the president and told him everything. I asked what I should do if this happens again on a Sunday evening. He told me to call the police, but I didn't want to do that. Okay, so when they started again Sunday at 5, it felt intentional, like they were trying to aggravate me. I went over to talk to her, but she wouldn't turn it off. Let's slow down. When you say you went over to talk to her, where exactly were you? She was on her deck. And you were where? On the outside near the fence.